outside Warrensville Heights Police Department. There are family, friends, and even sorority sisters who all want one thing.
Justice for Amanda!
You have been convicted of or pleaded guilty to a qualifying violent offender offense as defined in Ohio Revised Code 2903.41, and will proceed to sentence on count 2. Sentence on count 2 will be a 15-year sentence, or actually it's a life sentence with parole eligibility after serving the full 15 years. That will run consecutive to 2 3-year firearm specifications pursuant to 2914B1G. Additionally, I'm going to serve an additional 3 years of firearm specifications, again pursuant to my discretion under 2914B1G.
Some stories don't begin with violence. They begin with love, ambition, and a woman who believed she was building a future that would protect her family, not destroy it. This is the story of Amanda Sharon Williams. Before we begin, if you value stories that expose the hidden realities of domestic violence, manipulation, and the warning signs so many people miss, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Nexus of Crime, and turn on notifications, because these stories only matter if they are heard. Amanda Sharon Williams was born on April 18, 1977, in Cleveland, Ohio, to George Williams and Jewel Lewis. She grew up surrounded by family, faith, and strong community roots that shaped the woman she became. She attended Shaw High School, graduating in 1995, and later earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Cleveland State University, a milestone she worked hard for and carried with pride. Amanda was a mother first and always, raising 2 children, Tyler and Tristan, and later becoming a devoted grandmother to her grandson Tylin, who brought her endless joy. Her daughter and granddaughter lived with her in her Warrensville Heights home, where Amanda provided love, stability, and what she believed was safety. She was also a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, deeply involved and respected among her sorority sisters, known as a woman whose warmth and presence could change the energy in a room the moment she walked in. On March 4, 2021, Amanda officially launched her dream when she opened her hair salon brand, A La Mode Styles, in University Heights, Ohio. This wasn't just a salon, it was her independence, her vision, and her legacy. She created her own hair care products, beard balm, scalp treatments, and a hair extension line known as Charmer Diamond Hair, using social media not just to promote products, but to uplift others with messages of self-worth, perseverance, and confidence.
Okay, as you guys probably know, I sell premium quality bundle hair. It's called Charme Diamond. So Charme Diamond hair extensions, I'm going to show you a few of the textures that I carry that's in stock. So of course we have the straight. This is the Brazilian straight bundle hair. Great quality. You can use it for prontos, sew-ins, ponytails, whatever. Then I have the body wave curl texture. This is my #1 seller here. I use this for a lot of my installs. You can straighten it out or you can curl it, and it gives you great body curls. Then we're going to move on to the loose curl. So this gives you the maximum volume. So I do sew-ins with this. Their curls is popping, okay? This is the loose curl. Then I have the summer hair. This is the Italian curl. This is our summer vacation hair. You wet this, you can put leave-in conditioner and spray it. Amazing Italian curl. Then I have my second bestseller. This is loose body wave.
While nearly 80% of salons fail within their first 18 months, Amanda's business survived and grew because clients didn't just trust her work, they trusted her.
Hey guys, it's me, Amanda the Stylist. So just wanted to share with you, many of you already use my hair scalp souffle and many of you already use the beard balm. Come in the salon to pick it up, you order it online, and thank you so much for the support. now I'm on here to tell you that the product, my product, Amanda the Stylist Beard Balm Hair Scalp Souffle, would now be in Play Beauty Supply store, y'all. It is on the shelves, and I am so thankful for this opportunity. So now you can pick up your beard balm, you can pick up your hair and scalp souffle from Play Beauty, located in Richmond Heights. Okay, thank you so much for rocking with me, and go get it on the shelves right now. They're there. I'm so excited.
Behind this success, however, Amanda's personal life was unraveling in ways few people could see. She had been in a relationship with Terrell Edwards for approximately 6 years. He was 41 years old, worked at a hospital, and drove for Walmart on the side. They lived together in Amanda's home, and on social media, their relationship appeared stable, filled with vacations, concerts, date nights, and smiling photos that suggested happiness and commitment. But public images often hide private pain.
Hey, birthday girl. What you doing? Are you having breakfast?
Breakfast on my birthday.
Hey, birthday girl.
In November 2020, Amanda was hospitalized after a violent incident. And 2 days later, she sent Terrell a message that revealed the truth she had been hiding. She wrote about being kicked in the face, about the humiliation of looking like a battered woman, and about how strong she had to be not to have him arrested and exposed. Terrell apologized, following the familiar cycle of abuse, remorse, and emotional manipulation, saying he wished the love they claimed to have would show every day. Amanda responded with a chilling sentence, telling him it would never be the same. Amanda concealed the abuse, wearing a mask and telling people it was for COVID, hiding the truth even from her own daughter. There were prior arrests for violence, and another woman had reportedly filed a restraining order against Terrell, accusing him of stalking and threats. Despite these red flags, in early 2023, Terrell proposed. They were already in couples counseling at the time, and Amanda said yes, hoping perhaps that love, effort, and time would change what history had already shown. Then came October 9th, 2023, the day everything ended. Earlier that day, Amanda returned home from a cosmetology convention in Columbus, energized and focused on her future. When she didn't immediately respond to one of Terrell's messages, an argument began that escalated throughout the day. Amanda disconnected his phone service. Terrell obtained a new number and continued texting. And by that evening, the argument moved into the basement of Amanda's home, away from her daughter and granddaughter upstairs. Amanda told him to leave repeatedly, reminding him that it was her house. Terrell refused. He packed some of his belongings but did not leave. Instead, he went to his car and removed 2 guns from inside the house, placing them in the vehicle before returning inside. The argument then moved upstairs into Amanda's bedroom, where Amanda picked up a knife and again demanded that he leave. Terrell began recording on his phone. Moments later, 6 gunshots rang out. Amanda was shot 6 times in her own bedroom. After the shots, there was silence, followed by Amanda's daughter calling out from downstairs, confused and terrified. Terrell called 911 and claimed self-defense, telling police that Amanda had attacked him. Because of Ohio's Stand Your Ground law, officers were unable to immediately charge him, and after 48 hours, Terrell Edwards was released without charges. Amanda's family was devastated and outraged. Her mother, Jewel Lewis, stood outside the Warrensville Heights Police Department, saying she would have to live the rest of her life knowing she wasn't there for her baby. Amanda's daughter Tyler stood beside her, saying she didn't feel safe and demanding justice for her mother.
Standing outside Warrensville Heights Police Department, there are family, friends, and even sorority sisters who all want one thing:
Justice for Amanda!
Amanda Williams was killed more than 2 weeks ago after what started as a domestic violence call. Warrensville Heights police had her fiancé in custody, but he was released from jail after Warrensville Heights told News 5 in a statement that the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office determined there was insufficient evidence to charge him. Prosecutors also told us he had plans to claim self-defense, so we reached back out for an update. In a statement, they say their office received preliminary reports from police on Monday and are waiting for additional evidence. Once prosecutors believe the investigation is fully complete, they will determine how to proceed, which will likely include a presentation to the grand jury.
Let me be crystal clear that there's more to this case than you may know.
With this, Pastor R.A. Vernon, along with Williams' family, friends, and sorority sisters, went to Warrensville Heights Police Department today to present pictures and text messages of what they say is evidence in her case.
My deepest condolences for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
The community is rallying and demanding justice for a local woman shot and killed inside her Warrensville Heights home. Carmen Blackwell is joining us live from the Justice Center, where they've been putting pressure on the prosecutor's office. Carmen, good morning.
Good morning, Maureen. That's right. Amanda Williams, she was killed nearly 2 weeks ago. And now friends, family, and community members are demanding justice, calling the Justice Center here to try to get answers and call on prosecutor Michael O'Malley. Now, very little information is available to us, but here's what we do know. Back on October 11th, Warrensville Heights police, they responded to a domestic violence disturbance call at Amanda's home, where they found the 46-year-old woman shot and killed with multiple gunshot wounds. Now, a person of interest was detained at the time of the shooting and later released. Now, after weeks of no answers, the community is demanding justice for Amanda, with her church calling a press conference today at noon.
Members of the Divine Nine, the Black Church, the Word Church, mission accomplished. You can stop calling Prosecutor O'Malley's office. You can stop the emails. They're being overrun. The phones are jammed. He called me. He responded. He is aware.
Amanda Williams, she owned a very popular salon. It was called La Mode Salon in University Heights, and she is most loved by her community that she now leaves behind, in her family as well. As for today's press conference, it will be held at 12 p.m. noon at the Word Church. That's in Warrensville Heights. We're told that the public is invited, and Amanda's family will also be in attendance. Back to you.
Just a heartbreaking situation. Carmen, thank you so much.
The Word Church, led by Pastor R.A. Vernon, stepped forward, organizing protests, press conferences, and marches, refusing to let Amanda's death be dismissed or forgotten. The community rallied in force, sorority sisters, clients, friends, and supporters standing together and demanding accountability. Under Marcy's law, the family worked with an attorney to present new evidence, including text messages, photos, hospital records, and documentation of past abuse. On November 3rd, 2023, a grand jury reviewed the full evidence. This time, the entire picture was seen.
Warrensville Heights man faced the jury today for the murder of his fiancée. Tyrell Edwards is accused of killing 46-year-old Amanda Williams at their home back in October. Now, today, opening arguments were presented in court, and our Kaitor K is live at the Cuyahoga County Justice Center to bring us up to speed. Kaitor, I know that there was a particularly impactful witness on the stand today, yes?
Sure. And today, the prosecution and defense were in agreement that Edwards shot and killed his fiancée, Amanda Williams. They say what's at question is whether he did so in an intentional act of murder or if he was acting in self-defense. During opening arguments, the prosecution shared that in early October, the couple was having a tense day of arguing. They said that night, Edwards and Williams continued arguing in their bedroom. The prosecution claims that Edwards fired 6 shots at Williams in anger after she told him to leave the house. The defense team, though, is claiming self-defense, saying Edwards fired the shots from a gun owned by Williams after she attacked him with a knife. Here's police car video that played in court today of Edwards explaining himself to an officer after the shooting.
She come back upstairs with the knife, so I recorded her again. She grabbed the phone out of my hand while I'm trying to record and take the knife and poke the screen and burst the screen all up on the phone. Then she slinged the phone. And then she come charge me, so I'm running around the room. I jumped at that bed, and when I jumped at that bed, she tried to come around on me with the knife, so I grabbed her gun from under the mattress, and she jumped her, she was trying to come out. I shot, man. I kept telling her, baby, calm down, put the knife down, stop.
The prosecution later played more of that police car video, showing Edwards saying that during the argument, he had taken 2 of his own guns and put them in the car, saying, quote, "What I was worried about is that I was about to use the guns." The prosecution suggested that this moment shows that killing had been on Edwards' mind. Now, tomorrow, testimony will continue in court. The prosecution tells me that we will be hearing from a few medical experts, including a coroner and a DNA expert.
We are learning new details about the death of a Warrensville Heights woman.
Today, the trial for Amanda Williams' fiancé started in Cuyahoga County Court. Terrell Edwards' charges include murder and domestic violence.
News 5 reporter Catherine Ross was in the courtroom today and explains the question at the root of the case.
So now it's time to begin the trial.
Terrell Edwards in court Tuesday, 3.5 months after the death of his fiancée Amanda Williams.
This trial will be about whether he used self-defense legitimately or whether he planned this out.
That's the question a jury will decide. On day 1 of the trial, prosecutors lay out what they say happened on October 9th, 2023.
Amanda Williams was 46 years old at the time this happened.
That night, Warrensville Heights police responded to the home Williams shared with her daughter, granddaughter, and Edwards. Prosecutors say the couple had been arguing throughout the day. They showed the jury a cell phone video Edwards himself was filming during a confrontation with his fiancée. He claims Williams was threatening him with a knife.
Self-defense. That is self-defense, and that's the only choice he had.
Williams' 29-year-old daughter was home at the time.
I get up out my bed to make my way up the stairs, and then I hear the shots go off.
She testifies Edwards blocked her from her mother, and she says he locked her outside after she called for an ambulance.
I was not able to have my mom hold her, nothing.
Why not?
I didn't, because he wouldn't let me.
The jury also hears from Edwards himself on day 1 through police cameras after he was detained.
What did he just say?
Said he jumped on the bed and grabbed a gun from under the mattress.
Evidence includes more testimony, photos, videos, and 911 calls. The defense says it will prove Edwards was defending himself. Prosecutors contend it will show he planned to take William.
Terrell Edwards was indicted and later turned himself in, with bond set at $1 million. The trial began on February the 27th, 2024 in Cuyahoga County. Jurors watched the cell phone video Terrell recorded, and prosecutors highlighted what he never said, never telling Amanda to put the knife down, never warning her that he had a gun, never attempting to de-escalate. The medical examiner testified that Amanda was not close enough to pose an immediate threat at the time she was shot. On March 4th, 2024, the jury returned its verdict, finding Terrell Edwards guilty. 1 week later, on March 11th, 2024, he was sentenced to life in prison with parole eligibility after 15 years, plus 9 additional years for firearm specifications, meaning he must serve a minimum of 24 years before parole can even be considered.
2941.25 requires that the court address, and the prosecution actually address the issue of merger in this case. Your Honor, in this case, the state concedes that counts
2, 3, 4, and 5. So both counts of murder, both counts of felonious assault, as well as the count of domestic violence, will all merge with each other. The state elects to proceed to sentencing on count 2. That would be the murder A count, where the jury found that the defendant purposely caused the death of Amanda Williams. That goes to counts. I've got a separate situation with regard to firearm specifications.
If you'd like to make a record, you're more than welcome to.
I will, Judge. Thank you. Your Honor, as the court is aware, there is the case State versus Bowler. This is 171 Ohio State 3rd 678, 2022-Ohio-4370, which requires the court to follow 2929.14B1G with regard to firearm specifications. And I'd like to read that into the record. B1G states, quote, if an offender is convicted of or pleads guilty to 2 or more felonies, if 1 or more of those felonies are aggravated murder, murder, attempted aggravated murder, aggravated robbery, felonious assault, or rape, and if the offender is convicted of or pleads guilty to a specification of the type described under Division B1A of this section in connection with 2 or more of the felonies, the sentencing court shall impose on the offender the prison term specified under Division B1A of this section for each of the 2 most serious specifications of which the offender is convicted or to which the offender pleads guilty, and in its discretion also may impose on the offender the prison term specified under that division for any or all of the remaining specifications. So, that being said, while the second count of murder and both counts of felonious assault merged with the first count of murder, the firearm specifications do not. So the question for this court today, the court...
Well, if I may,
yes,
perhaps that might be a time for that argument when you...
That's fine.
Get mitigation or your portion of the sentence.
Right. So just to put the court on notice, we've talked about merger, firearm specifications are different.
All right. Mr. Petropoulos rather indicated you did not wish to make a statement, but so is there anything you'd like for me to know at this time?
No, Your Honor.
So a couple of things. First of all, I believe because of the nature of this conviction, you will be required to enroll as a violent offender. That form here, which I'm going to read to you at this point in time. It reads as follows. You have been convicted of or pleaded guilty to a qualifying violent offender offense as defined in Ohio Revised Code 2903.41. You are required to enroll in person with the sheriff of the county in which you establish residency within 10 days of coming into that county, or if occupying a dwelling for more than 3 days in the county. You're required to provide the sheriff certain information, including your social security number, full name, and any aliases you use, your residence address, information regarding the offense of which you were convicted or pleaded guilty, a description of any scars, tattoos, or other distinguishing marks on your person, the name and address of any place where you are employed or attend school, any driver's license number or commercial driver's license number or state identification card number issued to you, the license plate number of each vehicle owned or operated by you or registered in your name, the vehicle identification number, and a description of the vehicle must also be provided to the sheriff. You are required to provide the sheriff fingerprints and palm prints. If the sheriff will also obtain a photograph of you at the time, so the sheriff will also obtain a photograph of you at the time of your enrollment. After the date of initial enrollment, you are required to re-enroll annually. You must update and or amend any of the above information described that has changed and provide any additional information requested at the county sheriff's office within 10 days of the anniversary of the calendar date on which you initially enrolled. If you change your residence address, you shall provide written notice of that change to the sheriff with whom you are most recently enrolled and to the sheriff in the county in which you intend to reside. You are required to comply with all the above requirements for a period of 10 years. Since your last residence or your current residence is in Cuyahoga County, you'll need to register with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Office upon your release. Failure to enroll or failure to verify residence at the specified times will result in criminal prosecution. This next paragraph, number 9, is really for you, but it reads, I acknowledge that the above requirements have been explained to me. I understand that I must abide by all provisions of the Ohio Revised Code, chapter sections 2903.41 through 2903.44. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Edwards, about these obligations? I am going to, with your permission, sign this form on your behalf. Is that okay, since you're currently handcuffed?
Yes, sir.
The last paragraph is really for me. It reads, I certify that I specifically inform the offender of their duties as set forth above. They've indicated to me an understanding of those duties. I believe that to be an accurate statement, so I will execute this form as well. Mr. Edwards, I want to also advise you, because this case has gone to trial resulting in a conviction, you have a right to an appeal. I want you to understand that you have a right to an appeal in this matter within 30 days after the filing of the court's sentencing journal entry. I want you to understand that if you are unable to pay for the cost of a transcript, the record, and all relevant documents required for the appeal, they will be provided without cost to you. I want you to understand that if you are unable to pay for an appeal, you are entitled to have a notice of appeal filed without the payment of a filing fee. And I want you to understand that if you are unable to obtain counsel for an appeal, counsel will be appointed for you at no cost. You understand these rights which I've just provided you? Mr. Petropoulos, I think you indicate you'll have an affidavit with, and I will accept that affidavit and I'll assign counsel. You know, to say that this is a tragic case is an understatement, to say the very least. The loss to this family and the community is immeasurable, and there is no amount of time, in terms of years, that is anyway meant to or will ever equate to the loss of Amanda's life, and to do so or to try to do so really is disrespectful to her memory. I do find that counts 2 through 6 merge, and we'll proceed to sentence on count 2. Sentence on count 2 will be a 15-year sentence, or actually it's a life sentence with parole eligibility after serving the full 15 years. That will run consecutive to 2 3-year firearm specifications pursuant to 2914B1G. Additionally, I'm going to serve an additional 3 years of firearm specifications, again pursuant to my discretion under 2914B1G. I'll not impose any fines. I will have them pay 1/2 of the court costs of proceedings. I'll still advise you that you may be subject to PRC upon your release. This will be for a mandatory period of 5 years. If you violate any rules or conditions of PRC, you can go back up for half your time. The rule violation is a new felony. That time could be run consecutive. Anything else at this point in time, Mr. Philander?
No, Judge, thank you. Just to confirm that, then the total sentence is life with parole eligibility after 24 years?
Correct.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Petropoulos? Other than we give correct time served?
Yes. Can you specify what each of those three are?
I don't know if it's necessary pursuant to the statute. Again, I had the discretion to impose, but it's required that I impose two most serious fire specifications. They're all the same 3-year fire specifications. If it makes a difference for review in court, I will merge the two fire specifications for each of the felonious assault counts into one 3-year fire specification. But that'll run consecutive to the 3-year fire specification on count 2, the charge of murder, and consecutive to the 3-year fire specification on count 3, the charge of murder. Anything else, Mr. Polis?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and we can credit for time served. Sheriff Transport. Thank you. We'll be in recess. All rise. That during this case being duly impaneled and sworn, do find the defendant, Terrell Edwards, guilty of murder.
Almost 5 months after a popular Cleveland hairstylist was found shot to death in her Warrensville Heights home, her fiance is found guilty of the crime. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bryn Caswell. The October death of 46-year-old Amanda Williams left her family and community heartbroken without closure. But today, a jury found Tyrell Edwards responsible. News 5's Remy Murray has been following the case from the very beginning, speaking with Amanda's family and community along the way. Tonight, she reports on the verdict.
After nearly 5 months since the murder of Amanda Williams, family and friends like Pastor Ari Vernon say they feel a sense of relief after hearing Monday's verdict.
Justice did prevail in my opinion today, and for that I'm grateful.
Like I said, found guilty, he doing life, and that's that.
Walking out of the courtroom Monday afternoon, family and friends are seen hugging each other after the jury found Amanda Williams' fiance, Terrell Edwards, guilty on 5 out of the 6 counts, 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault and domestic violence. He was found not guilty of aggravated murder. Although Vernon calls this a victory, he says Williams' presence is still missed by all.
Nothing's going to bring Amanda back. Nothing fixes that.
In court, Amanda's daughter spoke through tears, saying she could never call her mother again, never tell her about her day, never hear her voice.
Honestly, I feel if anyone could take a person's life intentionally, should never see another day in light. I would wish the death penalty, but unfortunately that's not here, so life in prison is best bet. I just can't stomach the fact that I have to live the rest of my life without my mom. My daughter has to live the rest of her life without her grandma because a coward wanted to take her life. My mom did not deserve this at all. My mother was a family-oriented person. She was my motivator, my best friend. She was the glue to this family. She was my guidance, my everything. I just can't live without her, and I can't imagine just living life without my mom. I can't never call my mom again and tell her I love her. I can't never call and tell her about my day, about how my daughter is doing, how she's growing up. I can't do that no more. He can do that. He can still call his mom. He can still call and check on her. They can all call and check and see how he's doing in jail. We can't get my mom back, ever. My daughter has to grow up without a grandma. She can't even... She won't see her start kindergarten. She won't see her turn 5, grow up, be a teenager. She won't see any of that. I must be 30 years old, but I won't even be here to see that milestone. She won't be able to see my brother graduate college or anything like that. I can't believe she's not here no more. How can I ever explain to my daughter that my mother is never coming back? That's the one that she called her Papa, the only one that she knew, the only person that she was around for 4 years. How can I even explain that to her? And you said you never wanted me to be traumatized. I was traumatized the moment I walked in the room and see my mom lying there. And I was even more traumatized. I couldn't even hold her last breath. I just can't. It's not sitting right with me. I don't feel like anyone should be out here in this world if they kill someone. I don't respect a person like that, and I don't have any sympathy. This man never had any remorse for my mom at all. He didn't try to get her up. He didn't try to make sure she was okay. He didn't have no remorse or nothing, and I don't either. I don't think that he should have any time. He should be in jail forever, for life. And this is my beautiful, kind-hearted mother. That he just took a beautiful spirit away. She can't even finish her life.
Justice was served, but Amanda is still gone. A mother, a grandmother, a business owner, a woman who deserved to grow old. If you or someone you love is experiencing domestic violence, understand this. One incident is enough. The warning signs matter. Leaving can save your life. This has been Nexus of Crime. Please like, subscribe, and share this story so Amanda's voice continues to be heard. Rest in peace, Amanda Sharon Williams.